very deep level, I have true reverence for the embodiment of service that it is to be volunteering the time you do for our children. Please know that anything I share as far as concerns or needs of teachers and students, it is from that place of reverence and understanding. I know your good intentions and good works, and I want to supply you with just a bit more understanding of how our financial crisis here on the island has impacted the services our students receive on all levels. As classroom teachers, we have a unique perspective we hope can be helpful. First and foremost, we're fearful of further cuts to both salaries and operational budgets. And I can only speak for myself in explaining why. Here's the first claim that I feel morally obligated to share with you today. While all teachers should be applauded for directing their time and energy towards such a noble profession, there is no doubting that we must have quality educators in the classroom who see this profession as a trade in which we must continuously grow and adapt our expertise. Teaching must be a competitive field because the negative impact of a teacher who phones it in or lacks the experience, background, education, or willingness to do the job effectively is analogous to that of a parent who, for similar reasons, perhaps cannot effectively parent. The academic, social, and psychological effect of having a poor teacher or counselor or administration, etc., is more harmful than most people will ever know or give due credit. We string a few years together where a student is consistently entering a poorly designed learning environment, and damage can be done that often feels irreversible, even to our expert teachers with expertly big hearts. Imagine for a moment, if you will, a boy has been retained 3 years in a row at the elementary level. He gains a reputation of being naughty or incapable. He has one teacher after another who genuinely believe that there are just some things we can't help, and the obstacles at home are just too much. The boy comes to school ashamed, angry, and discontent. The teacher expects this student to struggle, and so it is with other students that the teacher effectively reaches out at a social-emotional level. The boy sees that others get loving care while he gets the I don't care, dressed up as tough love. He's now in middle school, but he's already 15 or even 16 years old. He's got tattoos and gets worried about his sexual relationships while his peers are discussing their stats from the video game Fortnite. He's already developed a certain kind of mindset and expectation about what school can do for him and what it can't. Did we not, as a public school system, fail that boy? Even if unintentionally, we did. And we failed him because our funding, policies, and practices did not reflect just how important to us he really was, or should have been. Allow me to take a step back to highlight an earlier comment. Teaching must be a competitive field. And strike that, educating must be a competitive field. It is good that we have to work so hard to become educators because the most effective at our job are those willing to do all that work. And in a morally just world, not politics, in a morally just world, those teachers who work so hard to become their best selves for our students' sake are rewarded with competitive salaries that reflect the community's prioritization of their education system. Unfortunately, even the most willing and gifted educators cannot at times stomach their own cost-benefit analysis, which tells them their time and expertise are simply not worth the risk they create for their own family's financial security. And we can't lose those people. Because if you pull aside every single student success story in breaking barriers and ask them what made the difference, they give you the same answer. It was a small handful of particularly talented and big-hearted teachers, counselors, support staff, administrators, or even just one that made that difference. Here's the final claim I'll make before my request, and it's data-driven. Just about every single school that scores high by any meaningful metric or standard, whether it's testing, college readiness, career readiness, student safety, community engagement, anything, they share a common thread. They are among the most heavily funded. I have a stake in this island and in our community. My heart is connected and I can't give up on its education system. I sacrificed more than I could even share in this letter in order to gain the practical knowledge necessary to positively impact students' lives. To come be of service here in the Commonwealth. And it's because I love my roots and I love my family. For the people, family, and community I love, I'm asking that any decisions regarding CNMI PSS budget, operations, compensation, or personnel begin with a focus on increasing revenue funding. Please start there. Let there be a clear moral line drawn in the sand. Decide now on something that won't falter when uncontrollable circumstances bring us into another financial crisis. Draw that line so we fall on the right side of stand my history. What amount would it take to declare that education comes first? How much will it take to run a school district that truly puts students' needs first instead of risking sending them through an educational track that does more harm than good? I'm not an economist and I don't have expertise in public finance. I'm a teacher with a social science background that knows there must be a way for our policies to reflect our belief in students first. And I know that that's what we believe. It doesn't include a budget that relies so heavily on general funds, especially when there's no true guarantee that the money will come as planned or promised. There are some cogs in the works that must change, and I leave the decision of how to do that in your hands, as I trust your expertise in those matters. Please trust mine in the matter of whether students really feel like they come first as they walk in and out of our classroom doors.